Welcome to ABC31 News Tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Tropical storm Cindy has come ashore and has been slamming us with some relentless rain. So far, the area has only experienced rain and high winds, though. No serious damage has been reported at this point, but the Kisatchie National Forest announced today that all motorized trails on the forest are being closed. Now, this is due to the heavy rain and potentially severe weather brought by that storm. Let's get the latest on where Cindy is headed next. Chief Meteorologist Chris Summers is here with a first look at your forecast.
Hey Scott, yeah, Tropical Storm Cindy did come ashore about 3 o'clock in the morning down right around the Lake Charles area of Louisiana. Now has been downgraded to a tropical depression as it has started to lose some of its organization, and also seeing just some of the wind speeds actually going down to about 30 miles per hour as well. But pretty good area of rain to our north and to our west. You can see it kind of circulating around an area of low pressure. That is what's left of Tropical Depression Cindy, and that continues to push up to the north and to the east. So still bringing some moisture into our area. Going to still keep some chances of showers and thunderstorms into the area as well. Flash flood watches out for a good portion of not only Louisiana but over into Mississippi, also into parts of Texas. Seeing that too. We picked up about a half an inch of rain so far here in Alexandria. Could see some more rain overnight tonight. And even as Cindy starts to pull away, though, here's the forecasted track as we get into tomorrow, and it actually starts to make its way up into parts of Arkansas, and then by late Friday afternoon and early Saturday morning all the way over into parts of Kentucky. But as it even does that, though, it's still going to continue to bring some moisture up from the Gulf of Mexico. So we're going to at least keep some chances of showers and thunderstorms in our forecast here through Friday. But I do think by the weekend we'll start to see some drying hours come back in, as temperatures will be in the low to mid 80s here the next several days. We'll talk more about that with your full forecast coming up in just a few more minutes.
Thank you, Chris. After 6 years with the Alexandria Police Department, Chief Lauren Lambert announced his resignation. In a private meeting with the Alexandria Police Officers Association, he expressed his gratitude for all officers and employees of the APD. Lambert is resigning to pursue another opportunity with the criminal justice system in a different parish. Rapids deputies have made more arrests for a drive-by shooting on Valerie Drive Tuesday night. 26-year-old Phaedra Johnson, 21-year-old Renisha Nicole Collins, 23-year-old Norman Allen Cody, and 23-year-old Daranisha Danelle Jacobs, all of Alexandria, are charged with attempted murder by drive-by. Deputies say 2 victims have now been released from the hospital, and the third is in good condition. Alexandria police arrested a 31-year-old Marksville man early yesterday after a single vehicle crash near Jackson and Ida. Police say Joseph Roy was found unresponsive and appeared to be under the influence of alcohol or drugs. They say they found a syringe on the dashboard of his truck. He is charged with DWI second offense, reckless operation, drug paraphernalia, and drug possession. Rapids authorities say the persistence of deputies resulted in the arrest of 2 Pineville men in connection with theft from an RV park on Flagon Creek Road. 34-year-old Patrick Allen Brown is charged with possession of stolen goods, and 28-year-old Jason Darren Marler is accused of burglary and theft of a truck, possession of burglary tools, unauthorized use of an access device, plus possession of stolen goods. The work truck was reported as stolen on June 5th. A Ford Mustang had been reported following the stolen vehicle and was spotted again by deputies during surveillance. Deputies say they found the stolen items when they moved in to confront those suspects. State police report the death of an Opelousas man from a single vehicle crash in Abbeville. It's 53-year-old Joseph Redmond. Police say he failed to negotiate a curve, struck a culvert and a utility pole. He was then thrown from the vehicle. That happened very early this morning on Highway 167 near Redwood Roads. A reunion concert is coming up at Mount Zion Baptist Church.
This concert is Reunion Concert 2017. It will feature the United Voices of Alexandria and the Ministers of Praise. They are both choirs founded by Minister Cindy Humphrey, my mom. She started United Voices in 1990. And from there, she started Ministers of Praise in 2006. And so what we do is we get together biannually and have concerts that features both choirs here in the city. And it's just a good time to praise the Lord.
That concert will take place on June 24th at 6:30 p.m. It is free and open to the public. Some young people are taking advantage of a class that teaches them how to take care of themselves and others. ABC31's Joanna Phillips has the story.
To some, babysitting probably seems like a simple task. Make sure the child is fed, doesn't get into trouble, things like that. But A Safe Sitter class is showing some young people that there may be a lot more to learn than they think.
We learn life-saving skills like CPR for infants and for children, and we also learn about first aid skills. We learn about business skills, how to run a business, how to talk about money, how to meet people. We talk about behavior management, tips for keeping bad behavior from happening and what to do if it does happen, different age groups and what the duties are and what different age groups like to do and don't like to do and what problems might be with each age group. And then we also talk about how to handle a situation.
The Safe Sitter class is open to boys and girls ages 11 to 14. Some who participated in the class today have played the role of a babysitter before, while others are preparing for the day they take on being a sitter.
It really prepares you unless you know what situations you might run into. We also learned if we were in like a life-threatening situation or if you just felt uncomfortable, like we learned like a code word to like text or call our parents.
I think that it was really important that I took this class because it was a lot more than I thought that we would learn, and I think it's going to be really great for whenever I start babysitting other people's kids that I don't know.
There will be 4 Safe Sitter classes offered this summer at Rapides Regional Medical Center, and you can visit their website to find out more. Joanna Phillips, ABC 31 News.
The anticipation is high for contestants in the Miss Louisiana pageant. 32 young ladies prepared for tonight's preliminary competition to get one step closer to being crowned Miss Louisiana. The competition continues Friday night at the Monroe Civic Center. The finals broadcast live statewide on Saturday nights. The winner, of course, will represent the state at the Miss America pageant in Atlantic City coming up in September. Miss America is the largest scholarship organization for women in the world.
To this every year, it is such an amazing opportunity not only to compete for this title, but to also get to know those 31 other beautiful contestants that are competing for this title.
Pleasure to announce your new Miss Louisiana.
For more information, you can visit MissLouisiana.com. Many people attended the St. Mary's Grieco Bowl last night. Louisiana's own chef John Folse donated his culinary talents and goods. The meals included soup, salads, and desserts. Chef Folse provided a cooking demo that included a discussion of the many delicacies that come from Louisiana. All proceeds of the event went to help improve the quality of life for the residents of St. Mary's. A cleanup day originally scheduled for Saturday morning for the Martin Park and Airview Terrace areas in Alexandria will be held on July 1st instead. The meeting place will still be at the community park near the 911 center at 9:30 a.m. A tough, reliable perennial for the hot summer months is yarrow. LSU Ag Center Horticulturist Dan Gill explains on this edition of Get It Growing why this multicolored plant is a great idea for your garden.
You know, Louisiana gardeners are always looking for reliable perennials that bloom well during the heat of our summers. Now, a perennial plant, don't forget, is a plant that comes back year after year and blooms for you for a long time. Now, I'm here at the Hammond Research Station. This is where the LSU Ag Center does a lot of its bedding plant research for the state of Louisiana. You can see these lushly planted beds with colorful flowers. This is a great place to visit if you're a gardener. You can learn a lot about how plants will grow here right in Louisiana, and the Ag Center bases a lot of our recommendations to you on how well these plants do in these trials. Now, this plant is a superior plant for your landscapes. Achillea millefolium is the Latin name of this plant. It's called yarrow, and yarrow is just a delightful plant. The ancestors of this plant are native to the southeastern United States, so this is a native wildflower that's been bred into a garden flower. Now, the wild species is tall and has white flowers, but breeders have turned these plants into more compact, lots more flowers, and they've extended the color range tremendously. You can see reds, pinks, cerises, whites, lavenders, and purples in the color range of this. Now, millefolium means 1,000 leaves, and if you look at the very fine textured foliage of yarrow, you can see where that name comes from. Very delicate and ferny looking, but this plant is tough as nails. It loves the heat, grows well in full sun, likes a well-drained bed, and once it's established, you don't have to water it. So think about adding some yarrow, Achillea millefolium, to your landscape. You may find blooming plants in your nursery now. Keep them well watered at first, but once they've settled in, a great tough plant for Louisiana gardens. For Get It Growing, I'm Dan Gill with the LSU Ag Center.
And for more information on other lawn and garden topics, contact your parish LSU Ag Center Extension office or visit the LSU Ag Center website at lsuagcenter.com and click on the Lawn and Garden button. The Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame induction celebrations kick off today as some of the state's top athletes prepare to be enshrined. ABC31's Shar Thomas has the story.
This weekend, Central Louisiana will be the place to be for sports lovers. Now, I won't say any names, but I have the inside scoop on who will be inducted into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame over the weekend.
Tropical Storm Cindy will not stop these athletes from being inducted into the Louisiana Hall of Fame. From football to the Kentucky Derby, these well-known athletes have earned their way into the Sports Hall of Fame. A few of Cenlaw's very own will be inducted over the weekend into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. CEO Ronnie Rentz is calling this the ultimate reward.
Yeah, absolutely. For the first time ever, Alexandria Senior High has an alumnus being inducted into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. Juan Pierre, who was a great player for Alexandria Senior High, went on to play college baseball at the University of South Alabama and spent 14 years in the major leagues, won a World Series with the Florida Marlins, and was a multi-time All-Star in the National League, known as a base stealer and great leadoff hitter. Class act Juan Pierre is being inducted Saturday night in Natchitoches. Also, Sue Donahoe, Pineville High Rebel graduate, makes her home in Pineville, spent, many years of her life working as a sports administrator with the NCAA and different colleges across the country. She was on the staff at Louisiana Tech when the Lady Techsters won the 1982 college basketball championship for the women. It was only the second national championship ever for women back then. And she went on to be the head of the NCAA Women's Selection Committee with the NCAA basketball. So she's a powerful lady in women's basketball and the NCAA, well respected. She makes her home in Pineville. So two Cenlaw greats going into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame this week.
Not only will athletes be inducted, they will be celebrated. The 2017 induction celebration will kick off today with the Louisiana Capitol Kickoff Reception, a free event at Maglia Riverfront Restaurant. The sold-out Golf Classic is set Friday, June 23rd at Oak Wind Golf Club in Alexandria. Friday evening, the Hall of Fame celebration includes a free block party on the 500 block of Front Street outside the Landon Restaurant from 6 to 10, featuring two popular South Louisiana musical acts. You do not want to miss out on this weekend, so join the celebration. For ticket information, visit www.lasportshall.com.
Over the weekend, Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News.
All right, so Cindy has been passing through. Sounds like the worst of it's over now.
Yeah, definitely seeing it left over what's called tropical depression, Cindy, as it has lost some wind speed. But most of the activity has pushed off to our north and east. Still going to see some showers and thunderstorms through the area, even into tomorrow. It could be some gusty winds with that as well. But again, the majority of it has pushed to the north in parts of northern Louisiana, getting into parts of southern Arkansas right now. Temperatures today made in the low 80s, 82 degrees are high. But our normal high, 91 degrees, didn't quite make it there late this afternoon. We'll talk more about some rain chances for your Friday, but finally drying out for the weekend. We'll do that when we come back. And welcome back, everyone. A good Thursday evening to you. Still having some watches and warnings around parts of central Louisiana with what's left over of tropical storm Cindy, which is now a tropical depression, as winds have died down to about 30 to 35 miles per hour as it continues to push to the north. Right now, just about off to our west along the border of Texas and Louisiana is where we see the remnants left over of tropical storm Cindy. Now, we do still have a flash flood watch in effect until about 9 o'clock this evening. Also seeing a wind advisory in effect as well for about the next hour or so. Area in red to our east, though, that's a tornado watch, not including the Alexandria area, but including some parts of Louisiana and Mississippi, as we could still see some active weather to the east of our region. Here's what it looks like on the satellite radar. Again, you can see that spin as it starts to spin around. That is what's left of Tropical Depression Cindy. Still bringing some moisture up, though, from the south. We're still seeing some showers and thunderstorms coming through parts of Louisiana. Maybe some gusty winds with some of those storms that do develop. Could also see some heavy rain, too, over the next hour or so with some of these storms. And even into the overnight hours, we're going to still keep some of these feeder bands or some of these bands of showers and thunderstorms coming through central Louisiana. Now, as we go through our Friday and as Cindy pushed a little bit further to our north, we'll start to see that lessen throughout the day on Friday. And I think by Saturday and Sunday should get at least a break from some of the rain. May even see some sunshine returning by the time we get to the weekend. But here's what it looks like on our forecast track. Again, that Tropical Depression Cindy just off to our west, again, right along the border of Texas and Louisiana. By about 1 o'clock in the morning, should be right at the border of Arkansas and Louisiana. And it actually makes a turn as it can be actually going to get picked up by a cold front to our north. As it does so, then it's going to basically take a turn east and head right off into parts of Tennessee. And by Saturday morning, it could be up in Kentucky already with what's left of Tropical Storm Cindy, the remnants of it anyway. But even with it up to our north, though, tomorrow, we could still be seeing it bring in a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. So we're going to keep that threat of rain in our forecast as we head through the day on Friday as well. Before tonight, temperatures again back into the mid-70s, so going to be a warm night overnight, and again some showers and thunderstorms likely as well. As we go through our Friday, then we'll see some rain around. Maybe by afternoon, though, getting some of the rain out of there, kind of like today. May break it up a little bit. Temperatures a little bit warmer, getting back into the mid-80s by the afternoon. And again, cloudy and humid weather in the forecast as we head through the day on your Friday. Could still see some heavy rain. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. Again, the key on weekend was scattered. It looks like it could be widely scattered, and finally going to dry out by early next week with temperatures getting back below average by the time we get to early next week. Here's what it looks like on our surface map then for your Friday. Again, seeing a little bit of rain still in our forecast, but not too far to the west, drying out and actually heating up through parts of Texas as we head into the weekend. But for tonight, back in the mid-70s with some rain around. For tomorrow, back to the mid-80s. Again, a shower or thunderstorm possible as well. Southwest winds at 10 miles per hour. In your 7-day forecast, keeps the 80s around for the weekend. Again, widely scattered showers or thunderstorms around for the weekend. Temperatures low 80s. Early next week, though, we do dry it out, but warm back up by the middle part next week, close to 90 once again by Wednesday with lots of sunshine early next week. Scott?
All right, thank you, Chris. Coming up, NASCAR driver Austin Dillon talks about his opportunity to make history in racing this season. Plus, the LSU baseball team looking to carve out their own slice of history as they prepare for the College World Series semifinals.
Download the KLAX weather app for your smartphone or tablet. Get live current conditions, radar maps, alerts, and more. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV. Follow us on Twitter. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.